Welcome to part 9 of the Sonic Adventure 2 battle playthrough. And now it's time for more awesomeness with Shadow the Hedgehog as we go through Skyrail, where Pumpkin Hill takes place under normal circumstances.
All those scary pumpkins in the background staring at Shadow.
So, Pumpkin Hill in daytime.
Yeah, cool.
Nice jump.
Hold that
Yeah,
thought.
I just like the fact that this is a unique like Sonic-esque level, and then Pumpkin Hill, it's direct. Shall we say?
No!
Oh, you died.
Oh, gee, you think? I'm not even gonna bother clipping it here. It's not worth it. It was 20 seconds.
This is what happens when you try to be too shadowy.
No, it's that I overshot.
Yeah,
You
like a
overshadowed.
boss.
You overshadowed.
Oh, that's bad. That's really bad.
And the puns continue.
Yeah.
Spent too much time with
Time for some
Sonic
awesome ancient light antics. After I forget that I have the Lightspeed shoes. Yeah. Here's something you might not have known. You can break through the shields with the ancient light.
Wow, look at that, I didn't know that.
The
Education.
more you know about a very old game.
Isn't it sad that nowadays Sonic Adventure 2 is a really old game? How long has it been? Like 16 years? Almost 2 decades?
I feel
It was out in a year that
That would make it come. That means that it would come out in the year 2000. Did it actually come out in 2000?
No,
2001.
I think 2000 was Adventure and Shuffle. This had to have come way later.
I would
but
say
no.
like 2000. I could
So like
believe
Defender was
it could be that shit.
1998. Defender 1 is 1998. This is 2001.
I still feel really old.
Shuffle, I don't know. I think 2000.
Yeah, the reason I know the year 2000 is because that's when the N64 was still around in the year 2000. Like late in its life cycle, obviously. But that's when like Majora's Mask came after that, so that's why I remember the year 2000. But, so I was like, I didn't realize that this game was out by then. But then I realized, yeah, it had a remake later. Like the remake was like what, 2002-ish, I think. I forget.
Yeah.
I had to look it up.
After the
The
Dreamcast
GameCube
died.
version was a launch title, I remember, because when I had a GameCube, that was pretty much the only game I wanted besides Smash Bros. It was like the only 2 games I had for the first year I had a GameCube.
Did you ever
Oh,
raise Chow, Roger? Just curious.
To be honest, no, not really. I did raise him enough to unlock the hero and the evil Chow Guard out of curiosity, but I never spent too much time with it.
You weren't one of the people who decided to play knock on wood with the Chow, did you?
No, I'm not a Chow person.
You didn't abuse
You
them?
didn't know abusing.
Well, a little bit, but
Oh!
Oh man.
The perfect image ruined. Well, no, I mean.
Now I know what I'm gonna disagree with Roger on, abusing Chow. It's like, no, don't beat on the Chow. They don't deserve that.
poor guys. It's too much fun. Just like
Oh, so this
Smash
cutscene looks
Stars.
familiar.
Yeah, now we have Eggman actually getting to the place. Here we go. Let's fight.
I just like that in this
Eggman
particular
sitting there.
game, like the cutscenes, sure they're the same,
the hints.
but they don't have different like dialogue as in Adventure, where it was like,
Hey,
how
wait,
did these 6 different people remember like the different like
I noticed
event,
something.
like different people's.
Look on Sonic's wrist, on his right wrist. The magic hands are just an attachment to the bounce bracelet. I never noticed that.
They
I
are.
thought they were like their own separate power-up on there.
Yeah, no, they
Okay, hang
go
on.
along
We
with
have,
it.
hang on. We gotta let him Sonic do this.
Don't you dare. He loves that sound.
There you go. Battle cry. Ryan Drummond for the win.
Come back, my friend.
Slow
We need you.
motion.
Oh, my head.
It's
What
so
was
freaky.
that?
When Sonic struck his head, he must have broken the restraining mechanism. What a piece of
Excuse me?
No.
You will pay for that. I just got a very Shadow the Hedgehog-esque feel here. How many times did the Golem kill Eggman? How many times did Shadow kill Eggman?
Poor Eggman.
Goodbye, Doctor.
However, unlike my brother, I did not demonstrate the failure aspect of this battle.
I didn't.
You failed.
I wish I had only
Ow.
demonstrated. Meh.
Also, we didn't know Shadow actually killed Eggman. Maybe we were just handing him a train ticket out of town. Goodbye, Doctor. Here's your ticket out of here.
This and never return.
No!
Goodbye to your
Ow.
Eggman Empire.
Yeah,
Wait,
maybe
that
it was
nerfs
just
your
handing
shots?
him maybe it's just handing
Wow,
him
that
a-
fight went faster than I remember it.
Well, Eggman's is easy. All you have to do is how fast can I mash the button? And then just lock on.
That's true. I never really thought about that. I don't remember that boss fight. That's why I was like, oh yeah, it's so short. I thought it took me like a minute to do it, but you did it under that. So
Oh, the pre-rendered
Yay.
graphic cutscenes.
Those were better though.
The pre-rendered graphics?
Yes, these are better than the original than the ones in game.
The only thing that bothers me about them is you mentioned that you like in some points, but sometimes it just don't work. The audio overlaps. Like, sometimes it just doesn't fit.
Yeah, it happens, but I mean,
let's be honest. In the Steam version, no. And in one part of the pyramid, no, sorry, it's not a pyramid country. Never mind.
Hi, Doctor.
But
How's it
I don't know.
I have to imagine
Hello,
what kind of
Rouge.
walkie-talkies they're using.
Escaped.
cell phones.
That's okay.
Yeah, they're using cell phones before. Cell phones are really a big thing.
What kind of reception do you get in outer space?
For the space colony.
I got like
Since they
5
already
bars.
created the space colony 50 years ago, I guess their technology is beyond ours.
Easy.
Perhaps.
It's time
Hey, that could tie
It's
into the
like
anti-gravity roadways.
Maria.
Yeah.
Maria.
So I guess Sonic Riders is not so futuristic after all. It just fits with the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I get a Tron-like feel from Sonic Riders. Like, you get your,
This is it.
your vehicles inside of, like, little batons or whatever. It's like, well then.
Let's see now.
Huh?
What in
Fair
the
enough.
world is this?
Sonic Riders?
Be right.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, because in Sonic Riders and everything, they all had the floating cars and stuff.
no, it's like they all carry their vehicles in, like, suitcases. It's like,
Last pieces of the map.
who needs rent a car, man? Just give me a suitcase.
No.
Oh no, Mad Space.
Ah, what are you whining about? I was the one who did it.
It's still bad.
It's Mad Space, bro.
It makes you mad.
Mad Space.
That's the name.
Hence the name, Mad Space.
Whoa. Hey, it's a Good Galaxy.
I'm trying to figure out which way to the Iron Boots.
I
Not
Good luck
that
with
one.
that.
successfully refrained from making a Legend of Zelda joke.
Too late. You did that in the last few episodes.
I refrained from making the same. Oh yes, this is Mario Galaxy. Actually, no, this reminds me more of Ratchet and Clank. And there are the boots.
I'm not gonna touch Omocha. Get away from me.
Digging like a pro, breaking a box, opening the rocket thing, going to the top.
Okay, I'm gonna give us actually something interesting to talk about. I was thinking about. I've been thinking about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie that they pushed it back to 2018. Supposedly it's going to be PG-13, and already for a long time now, people have had serious reservations about the idea of having a Sonic movie where it's not for kids. I guess what the Sonic, I don't know who's in charge of, who's writing the Sonic movie.
Fierce
But
Pontac and
Guy
Graf.
called Fan Rockenbro. I don't know, never mind.
Like, isn't that supposed to be like CGI and whatnot? Or something like that?
It's called live action, where they put like.
And then, well, yeah, it's live action, as in like real humans will probably be part of it. But then you have like the, it's a hybrid type of idea. You have some.
It's like the Scooby Doo movie, right? Where they had like real actors for Shaggy and the gang, but Scooby was like basically a CGI.
Wasn't there already a Sonic fan movie that also did that?
Yeah,
With
but
Silver Silicon?
that Sonic fan movie is the very reason why everybody's like, oh god, no, don't do live action, please.
They're gonna have to
I mean-
upgrade it again.
Well, if Sony's in charge of it, though, I don't think there's much to worry about, because Sony did excellent work with the whole Sonic Unleashed thing.
That's painfully ironic. Sony is working with Nintendo's concepts and Sega's property. Where's Microsoft? Get them in the mix. Just bring the whole gang in.
That'd be nice.
No, that's a bad idea. Because then you're gonna have like Halo everywhere. You have Master
Sonic
Chief,
Halo.
like Master Chief's gonna pop out of the box somewhere.
That'd be nice.
A
That's-
break on Mad Space. Wow, that's actually pretty good.
This place gives me a headache.
That was not nearly as bad as Meteor Herd was.
Well, first off, Meteor Herd is larger. Mad Space has 3 general areas. 4 if you count that middle platform.
Long time no see.
I don't need power-ups to beat you. Strips the gloves, strips the sunglasses. Bring it on!
Emerald, talking to you is
Oh, I will get to see classic Knuckles again for a brief moment.
Okay,
Yeah,
going
alright.
back to the, but
Come
going,
here.
I want to go back to the movie real quick. Just for the sake of curiosity, if you were a movie writer, and I'll ask anybody who wants to go first, if you were the one writing the movie, what would you want to add in and make sure that is focused on?
Emotion on the characters. No hammocks for Sonic.
witness my power.
I have really no idea.
Witness my power.
Well, you've often said that, and you've often said that you would you have ideas for stories, though. Like you wouldn't.
Oh yeah, yeah. But this requires different way of thinking because the movie audience is different. You kind of need to introduce it. With a cartoon, you can just jump straight in. With live action, people always need like an introduction. Like you can't just immediately jump with here are the turtles or here's Batman. They always kind of need that running up to it. That's kind of the annoying thing about movies.
So you're.
Well, one idea I would do if I was a movie writer, I would write it based on one of the video games. I would actually have a a movie adaptation of one of the video games, and in particular, this one's a good one to make a movie adaptation of. Like I don't know. I like that idea, although I think from what I've been told or what I've heard or what people have speculated is that the oh, there goes Rouge, but the.
I
Oh, no, she's alive.
Also, like Inferno
No,
2
the,
is kind of it's kind of playing with tropes of Sonic. It's kind of subverts a lot of cliches of Sonic games. So I don't think this is a good first story. More like a sequel. You need more like an establishing neutral story for the first one.
Well, the problem with that is like if you went with something like Sonic Adventure, then it really wouldn't make any sense to have the humans live action at all to begin with. I mean, what would be the point of, unless you were trying to create this extra realistic atmosphere, because then you would just have like New York in the background and you would have like a few bystanders here and there. If that was the case, though, then I think that would be okay with fans. Like, how much live action is there? That part is never specified.
Well, in that case,
Yeah,
then
no,
this
I-
game wouldn't be good either because like there are next to no human points with the exception of Eggman. Like,
The president, but that's fine. That's what people want. Like, they keep the humans far away from the Sonic characters. That's exactly what everybody's worried about for the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here's the speculation. Now, to defend my point, first of all, I was thinking along the lines of what they did with the Batman movies and the Superman movie, where they make them hyper realistic to the point of like you've got people work dressed up as soldiers, and it's like working on ethics of Superman, and like a nuclear bomb that Batman has to go away from in New York City and Manhattan, aka Gotham. You know, okay, look. Like the setting is one thing, and like Batman and Superman are one thing. But like, if Sonic Adventure would have happened, it would probably be along the lines of like, okay, here's a super realistic like situation and a story. Sure, they might have some humans or whatever, but they might. If I were to continue with it, I might also add a little bit of what Sonic X did with it, and add some more flair to that. But what I think speculation is heading towards, or what people have been talking about, is the idea of it based on one of the original Sonics. Like, it's on Mobius, you know, and it's just Sonic literally being Sonic, and Tails and maybe Knuckles, and obviously Dr. Eggman, and, like, basically a plot of the original, like, the plot, quote-unquote, of the original Sonic games, and that would be, a great, like, callback to nostalgia, but I don't know,
I would
that's neither
prefer
here nor
that.
there.
But the problem is that will only happen if it's a cartoon. Just you always have to think about why are they using live action humans to begin with, and the reason is that because most audience members in the cinema want some sort of relatable element, a perspective from which they can understand the Sonic character. So they need a normal human character to react to Sonic and react to it like it's an alien or whatever. So the audience understand from what perspective they're supposed to approach Sonic. And most Sonic fans just want a story just about Sonic, but you can't really do it with live action. That's why they really should have been a cartoon to begin with. So they're already going for the wrong audience for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Now by that logic, by the idea of like they should, if they're going to go, Sonic being reacted as a human, that might give rise to the idea of like Sonic and his friends find themselves on Earth or something. But I don't know.
Sonic X. Yeah.
Again, speculation aside, it's just like it remains to be seen. Also, we totally ignored the fact that we're on an Eggman stage and all the rings just fell out of existence.
Look, I hate Cosmic Wall. What do you want from me? This stage used to confuse me in the past. We actually had to look up a guide how to get this A rank on the hard.
I love this level.
No,
It's
the
great.
problem was that we looked up a guide on how to get the A on the hard mode, but even the guide didn't get it right.
Wow,
It
that's
said
sad.
get 100,000 points. No, get 1,000,000 points.
Wait, it's literally 1,000,000 points.
It's literally 1,000,000 points you gotta get. You have to get every perfect they throw at you. And if you don't, you fail.
I didn't
I mean,
realize that.
you don't fail
You
the
were the
stage,
one who
you
did
just
it.
don't get the A rank.
It's been a long time. But that's if you only want Green Hill Zone. Do you want the 50th iteration of Green Hill Zone?
Well, if we want to be accurate, we have to put that in the extras video.
I kind of like.
Now give me my armor.
That's nice.
I think
Yeah,
this stage
why
was
does
just
Eggman-
filler,
Why
and
does
they needed
Eggman
something
get armor,
extra.
but Tails does not?
I think this stage was filler. They needed something to fill the blank. It's like, okay, quick, what can we give Eggman that would actually be, useful to the player? Like, how about more health? Or
Yeah, I thought Tails had one of these.
Nope.
Nope.
Similar power. But I guess he doesn't, which is kind of weird. How Eggman has an exclusive power up.
That's because the Eggman's awesome, and he's prepared for this sort of thing.
And he was implanted.
what I
to be
am.
first.
I am the Eggman. It's what I am.
no, actually,
Yes.
the song that was required right now is "You Spin Me Like a Record" because
Oh yeah, we've been noticing the fact that Eggman has been spinning around. He is probably very dizzy.
well, that's how I lock onto things. I just shoot too late.
Gamma playthrough. The gameplay. Just spin around over and over again.
I kind of like. I don't know about you, but this part is kind of fun to me. Like the idea of a on-rail shooter, quite literally in this case. But like, I don't know. I don't know if it fits Eggman's style exactly. Also, I keep thinking that you can actually make those jumps with the hover because it's low gravity, which makes sense.
Ah, cheap shot. Like,
Wait, they have low. Yeah, cheap. Dang Chaos making cheap shots. Oh. The stutter hover.
No, that's called the "Why the heck did that happen?" hover. And then this happened. You didn't even give me the death animation. It's like, now you're doing too well.
I mean, trap.
We've lost all sense of what we were talking
Conversation.
about.
What were we even
We were talking about the movie. Now, let's talk about the Twitter.
Oh, okay. You go first, Torch, because I need to get my anger back up for that before I go.
into the Twitter.
It's snowing on Mount Fuji. It's a Twitter
this-
feed account, and they like to appeal to people.
Is this
like
the Sonic
Game
Twitter?
Grumps or whatever. The Sonic Twitter, official Twitter on Twitter.
Okay, stop talking. You don't. Stop talking, Torch.
He's confused.
Okay, now I'm angry at you because you don't. Okay.
Hey, Ed. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Well, you know what? Now I'm gonna go into the whole Sonic Twitter account thing. All right, Aaron Weber. Okay, look, I understand what they're trying to do here. They're trying to give fans, actual Sonic to interact with. But I feel like Weber doesn't really get who Sonic is either. He only understands meme Sonic. Like he had a Valentine's Day interview just the other day. And while that in itself is not a problem, I mean, that's fine if you want to interview Sonic for Valentine's Day, but at the very least, make Sonic more along the lines of what he would say. Like, obviously he's not going to acknowledge Amy for any reason, because obviously, canonically speaking, that's not a thing. But what he could have avoided doing is saying how the fan art that people may draw is creepy, because then it's like saying, oh, all you artists out there who waste your time drawing us, please don't do that anymore, you're creepy. So, like, you could have done without that. All you needed to say was, just because people draw fan art of us does not mean we're a thing. That's all you needed to leave it at. You didn't
Yeah,
need
Sonic
to
is all about self-loathing comedy now. It's like, look at what kind of losers we are. It's kind of his thing now.
Right, but I understand
It's not
that.
fun.
I just don't like it. It's like, you didn't need to take that shot. You would have been just fine leaving it as it was. That was an added comment that didn't need to be made.
Yeah, it seems like the Sonic Twitter account is more for people who hate Sonic and its fan base than the Sonic fan base. Yeah, it's more about self-loathing than celebrating. But
The
yeah,
disconnect is very apparent. Very apparent disconnect between, the Twitter account and Aaron and the fan base.
they play more for the Screw Attack and the Game Grumps crowd.
Yep.
Hey, look, we know how much we suck. Aren't we funny?
But it's like, it's not even, and even then, there are Sonic fans, like legitimate Sonic fans, who actually draw this previously mentioned fan art, and they love this stuff. And I'm not gonna begrudge them for liking it, because I know that they are Sonic fans. I mean, they're the ones who like everything Sonic. And I guess I should say that I'm not mad at those people for that. I mean, if you really love Sonic that much, that's fine. But if it doesn't cater to everyone, which is when you have a PR department, what your job is to try
Make
and make
everyone
sure,
feel welcome,
yeah,
yeah.
make everybody feel welcome. It's not just, oh, we're only going to cater to these specific people. Like, you have the Grumps. I'm sure that people who watch the Grumps, they think the Grumps are funny, but I don't think that they necessarily like that they trash Sonic all the time. It's that they're funny and they enjoy watching the Grumps, which is perfectly fine. But at least acknowledge that the Grumps are not Sonic fans. Like, they've actively gone out of their way to say how much Sonic is dumb and they shouldn't do this and they shouldn't do that. And I think I'm not sure who it was, I think it was Aaron who said that he didn't even get the concept of Sonic to begin with and never really cared about it. So, well, that's your opinion, that's fine. But I don't see why you, as a PR department, would try to ingratiate yourself with the Game Grumps, who are possibly the biggest Sonic haters in the gaming community. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Something I can help.
Nope, not in the
Yeah, it's very confusing. I don't like it either. I understand it, but I just wish he also reached out more to other Sonic fans, indeed. To showcase some fan art, showcase some fanfic, showcase some fan games. There's so much cool stuff. And why only focus on people who hate you? And it's kind of so...
Yeah, the Sonic stuff is the worst of it, because I don't even remember when Sonic even first arrived. Like, when did Sonic even originate? Who made that up to begin with?
I have no idea, but I usually see it when people make fun that all Sonic fans are autistic and all that stuff. That's pretty much what it represents. Like, people will still like this garbage series. And now the Sonic fans themselves kind of adapted it as like a weird war flag. But yep, we are crazy and wacky. Look at us, crazy us. It's this very weird circle of self-loathing. And partly they use it just to make fun of other Sonic fans, but also kind of themselves, and it's really weird.
I don't know, I guess it's adaptation. Like, well, this is what we have to deal with, and this is what we're going to do from now on. But I just feel like if you're going to do that, then at the very least, like you said, balance it out a little bit. And I'm not even asking for fanfics, because there are a lot of, like, I was one for a long time, and nowadays, yeah, there are a lot of really bad stories out there that fans have written. I'm not going to deny that, so they do have a point in that. But the fan art, if it's really good, you should go ahead and post that. There are music videos all over the place that are incredible. Like if you've ever looked up, this is going to be just a little plug for somebody who probably will never see this video, but Storm Red Desert, who's put up incredible AMVs of using various Crush 40 songs. Like I've recently obsessed with the one that Never Turn Back. I showed you that one, Torch, and it just it really gives, like, there's excitement, there's adrenaline, there's awesome Crush 40. Crush 40 has done so much for the world of Sonic. I'll never be able to say thank you enough for what Crush 40 was able to do with Sonic. But nowadays, I mean, if Crush 40 ever comes back, I will personally, like, I feel like I'm just gonna buy their CDs just because, oh my god, Crush 40 came back and did a Sonic song. Let me just buy this game to say, hey, you brought in Crush 40. Good. That's a good step in the right direction, Sega. Let me buy like 50 copies of this game because I want you to know that I really like Crush 40. Do it again next time.
I don't know if they're going to get that exact opinion out for doing that, but let's be honest here. Let's be wholeheartedly honest. When it comes to the Sonic franchise, the best thing about the games, in my opinion, is the music. A lot of music, especially from Crush 40 and all this, they've done a really good job with the music. You know, that's what, you know, that music is like a big part of video games in general. Without good music, then it's just like, well, yeah, what do you do, man? It just doesn't feel the same. Doesn't feel great. You know, like the iconic Chemical Hill Zone music, the iconic Green Hill Zone. You know, all this back in the day, and now with Crush 40, like Sonic music's always been good. It's just, you know, that's really the best part about the Sonic games, and you know, there you have it. That's that. You know, but I don't know. I have no. As opposed to, like, you know, seeing like the light of day, like going back to like fan creation. I'm just going to bunch them all into one thing. Fan creations. I endorse fan creations. I like the idea of fan creations. Fans want to make things. They want to make them look. They want, you know, their part of it. I'm okay with original characters for the most part. I'm okay with, you know, fan fictions for the most part. I'm okay with pictures for the most part. But I'm okay with all of these things. You know, people are free and should be free to be able to express what they think of the Sonic franchise and make music videos or make, you know, like drawing, whatever, because they love the Sonic franchise. And it's like, good on you, man. You know, I'm all for that. You know, that you keep on doing you and that sort of thing. It's I would say it's healthy to the fan base as opposed to the franchise. You know, who knows? That's kind of the reason Sonic's still around, is because there's a big fan base for it. And as long as there are people who are willing to make those fan arts, that fan and everything, and they keep doing that sort of thing, you know, then the fan base will pretty much stay alive for probably long after the last Sonic game is published, you know. But we'll see what happens from that.
We'll see. It's already kind of diminishing these days.
Yeah. Hopefully it does not go the way of the Crash Bandicoot and the Spyro, where it just fades into complete obscurity.
Crash might be returning. Sony lost a bit hints at it.
We'll see what happens though with Crash. I would be okay with seeing Crash the Bandicoot come back.
I don't think Sonic will ever fade into obscurity. He's been around for too long. He's celebrating his 25th birthday, for crying out loud. There's no way he's just gonna even if he does eventually, like, stop making games, there's no way he's just gonna be forgotten. He's been around too long.
Only time will tell.